victims of the Nanjing massacre. A solemn ceremony has been held at the Memorial Hall of the Victims in Nanjing massacre by Japanese invaders in Nanjing, Jiangsu province. Other commemorations have also been held nationwide. On December 13, 1937, Japanese troops invaded Nanjing. They killed over 300,000 Chinese civilians and unarmed soldiers over the next 6 weeks. This year, the number of registered survivors of the Nanjing massacre stands at only 24. Wu Bin reports.
Despite the winter chill, thousands of people from all walks of life gathered in Nanjing, the capital of Jiangsu province, wearing white flowers pinned to their chests for the 12th National Memorial Ceremony commemorating the victims of the Nanjing massacre. China's national flag flew at half-mast above the crowd. Sirens sounded across the city. Drivers stopped their cars, honking in unison, while pedestrians paused to observe a moment of silence in memory of the victims. In 2014, China's top legislature designated December 13th as the National Memorial Day for the victims of the Nanjing massacre. The Japanese troops invaded Nanjing on December 13th, 1937, and killed over 300,000 Chinese civilians and unarmed soldiers in around 6 weeks. Liu Minsheng, who was only 3 that year, is one of the remaining 24 registered survivors of the Holocaust.
This is our country's way of educating future generations that we should never forget history. We must always remember the pain and harm caused over 80 years ago so that our descendants can learn from the past and remain vigilant. As long as imperialism exists in the world, there will be those who seek to cause trouble. Therefore, we must never forget history and cherish peace.
International friends also joined the ceremony, including descendants of those who saved the civilians and filmed the darkest days of the city.
It is important that history is recounted accurately, and that, especially when we see that the witnesses are dying out, it is society's responsibility to preserve these experiences and memories and pass them on to the next generation.
This year marks the 80th anniversary of the victory in the Chinese People's War against Japanese aggression and the World Anti-Fascist War. The memorial ceremony is intended to remember history for the victims and to keep in mind that Japanese militarism is the common enemy of people all over the world. CGTN, Nanjing, Jiangsu Province.
A video confession from a former member of Unit 731, a notorious Japanese germ warfare unit during World War II, has been made public. The footage reveals that the unit conducted open-air biological weapons tests near Harbin. Victims were tied to wooden stakes while aircraft flew at extremely low altitude, spraying them directly with bacterial agents. They were forced at gunpoint to inhale the substances. After exposure, the victims were transported in sealed, refrigerated trucks for further observation as military doctors recorded the progression of disease. Even Japanese medical personnel became infected and died during these tests, proof of the extreme lethality of the biological agents used. Researchers say these live human experiments carried out under the guise of scientific research were in fact systematic tests of biological weapons for warfare. The resulting data was shared across Japan.